Hey guys, I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that Surewinder is still selling amazing products. Some of you guys have been dragging your feet for whatever reason. If your shoulder hurts, do not waste time. Pull the trigger. I just bought 4 or 5 of them, and we had 2 guys out. You know how much it cost me to pay for 2 guys being out with bad shoulders? We just pulled the trigger and we said, listen, everybody's going to have one on a truck. It's mandatory. You got to use it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till your guys go down. It's going to cost you more. Buy a Surewinder.
What's going on, everyone? Ryan here again. Another week, another beautiful message podcast from Torsion Talk Podcast. I got a good one. I know everyone was so frustrated about my talk last week about net profit and being disciplined. So I thought I'd come out with a banger this week that you would want to listen to, because quite frankly, nobody wants to hear that we need to let our numbers tell the story and make decisions. There's so much opportunity in the garage door industry. It's absolutely insane. So I'm going to discuss the 100 million garage door industry secret. Okay, homeowners open their house through the garage nearly 70%. So 70% of homeowners treat the garage as their primary entry. I hope I said that right the first time. Garage door replacement has the number one ROI in remodeling. Let me just explain this. 70% of homes in the country treat the garage as the primary entry point. And the garage door is now the number one, and has been for years, replacement ROI for remodeling, with 194% national average. Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that our industry is way underpricing our products and services, because not only is our door the one that's used more, but it also provides a huge ROI. Why would the ROI be almost double what people pay for it? Because we're charging too little. So let's talk about how big the garage door industry is really. So I don't have any hard data on this, but I've done a lot of research. AI and I have been spending a lot of time trying to figure out how big our market is and the opportunity. So AI says US market on garage doors is in 3.3 to 5.1 billion dollar range. And global is approaching 10 billion by decade's end. Only AI would word that way. The market is structurally anchored in repair and remodeling, not new construction, making it resilient and a great platform for scaling services. I mean, here's some data for you. Overhead doors, sectionals, and rolling steel, 5 billion. This was 2021 data. So residential demand is 70%. I mean, I really, so much opportunity. Like, I'm looking at all this data. It's absolutely crazy. Globally, garage door and overhead doors projected almost 10 billion by 2029. Let's compare garage doors to HVAC. HVAC is the 800-pound gorilla, $120 billion with 140,000 establishments. We're tiny in comparison. but we have less competition, believe it or not, which is crazy to me to believe that that's the case, but it is. I mean, some of these numbers are crazy. So the garage door industry still has a lot of opportunity. And I'll share this with you guys. Like, this is something that I feel like I really misunderstood when starting a business. I came into the garage door industry from software. That was my background. Sales, marketing, software. I'm a tech nerd. I'm a total nerd. I'm like the biggest nerd. I geek out all the time on nerdy stuff. I am a nerd. So when I thought about, getting dirty and having grease under my fingernails and driving around a truck, I love the idea just because I've been doing nerdy stuff and having soft hands my whole life and working on a computer and traveling, and I don't know, just something was cool about it. So, two young children, married, house, bills overhead. I decided to cancel my career that I was very successful in and get out of software and start a garage door company. And I thought, man, this is going to be so easy. I have tons of business background, tons of sales background, tons of marketing background. And I will tell you, like, garage doors is probably one of the most difficult businesses to run ever because I've got like 6 different ventures, and garage doors is the most difficult and complicated by a long shot. Not even close, with probably the least amount of reward out of all of my ventures, percentage wise. But it's like a love hate relationship. Like, there's days where I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Why am I doing this? And then there's days where I'm like, man, I freaking love this. And it's like my mom told me, I always dated and I married a beautiful woman who keeps me on my toes. She's not easy. None of the girls that I dated when I was younger were easy. Like, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about like just they push back. They're not yes women. And I told my mom one day, I'm like, this is early. So if my wife's listening to this wasn't a recent conversation. But I was like, why do I always pick difficult women who challenge me all the time? And she simply said, she's like, because you wouldn't have it any other way. You wouldn't be happy with a yes woman that would just do whatever you ask her to. She's like, I've seen it. You dated a few and they didn't last very long at all. They got on your nerves. And she's partially right. But my garage door business is very similar. It's like, oh my God, why is this so difficult? I love it. Right? I mean, it's weird. So weird. But I think the private equity industry, we've had some of those guys on the podcast. They're starting to see the opportunity in the garage door industry. Apparently, there's less competition than HVAC, but there's less total revenue. But what they're seeing is the garage door is the primary entry point, and there's 200% ROI. Any smart analytic data guy is going to be like, holy cow, we can increase our cost to install a door by a lot. And homeowners would be ecstatic to get 100% of their money back. And not like we're giving away profit so homeowners can double their money when they install a garage door and sell their house. What in the world? Why? Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Tommy Mello thinks big. Love that. I mean, you're talking about somebody who's raised the industry by a lot. The idea, he's definitely got some battle wounds from it. Like, half the industry wants to hire a hitman for him because they think he's the devil, because he's willing to charge what he thinks that his services are worth. He's an innovator. And quite frankly, I'm frustrated with our industry and the people in it who don't want to invest in themselves, don't want to invest in their people, scared to charge what they're worth. I mean, it is like nauseating. The conversations I have with some people, it's crazy.
Hey guys, I found something that changed my business and I want to share it with you. We've created packages that have included some of the best products in our industry to offer our service customers. The heart of that package is Stealth Hardware Kit. Stealth Hardware is the quietest hinges on the market. I challenge you to buy at least one of these, test it for yourself. Put it on your truck and design a quiet performance package for your customers willing to pay for a better, smoother running door. Buy your Stealth Hardware Kit at Service Spring, do a search for Quiet Hinge, and then buy that. You can buy a double or single door, 7 or 8 foot tall, and promise you it'll change your service forever.
Somer USA and Somer Group want to thank you for an incredible year and the trust you've put in them and their products. As you know, Somer places high value on relationships, education, customer service, innovation, and professionalism. And they are grateful to you for your part in the fostering and dissemination of these values. If there is any way Somer can support you in your journey, whether through their products, the values they hold to, or the knowledge Somer has gained through interaction with door dealers across the world, please reach out to the team at your convenience. They are here to serve you. Again, thank you from the entire Somer team. Check them out at somerusa.com. Tell them Ryan sent you.
I love Tommy Mello because I think that when someone like Tommy comes into an industry and raises the bar, and he got rewarded for it. I mean, the dude's never gonna have to worry about money again, unless he's just absolutely stupid with it, which absolutely I don't think is gonna be the case. But he saw the opportunity and he sees the moment. But that could have been any of you guys. Generational wealth. That dude's life has changed forever. Now he gets to work out in the middle of the day if he wants and walk his cute little dogs and hang out with Bree and like whatever. I mean, I hate to say this, but he's got FU money. Crazy. All right, so let's talk about residential versus commercial. I like commercial because we can get recurring revenue. I've personally not seen like a banging maintenance plan for residential that's been highly effective. But I'm so tired of talking about it that I'm just going to do it. And maybe when I design it, I'll share it with you guys because I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna roll it out, like you want to roll it out the best you possibly can because you definitely don't want like a bunch of different variations of your maintenance agreement out there. And then like, what do you charge for it? You charge too little, you kind of screw yourself. Charge too much, and you don't sell it. Like, this is one of those things that you really just need to do it right. With commercial, it's very similar. Like you got all these companies undercutting, but it's really just a whole thing to just get in the door and upsell, business owners and maintenance people in warehouses. I think when you're looking at the garage door industry, we have to take consideration seasonality. There's way more, in my opinion, seasonality in residential than commercial. Like, and they complement each other. They're not necessarily always down at the same time. Very rarely. So I think that's why we went into commercial, was to balance out seasonality and grow revenue and not be pigeonholed into residential. The residential garage door market's very fickle, and here in Atlanta is highly competitive. Highly competitive. You have a lot of these manufacturers going after smart technology like LiftMaster and Genie. This is changing our industry in the way that we look at things, and some of the older guys are not embracing this technology, and so some of the younger guys coming up are. these are great opportunities to get content out for social media, talking about your smart control access. This is changing the way that we interact with shopping. You got Walmart making deals with Genie and LiftMaster to have deliveries put in fridges and garages and whatever. You got a major theft issue is porch pirates, and garage door openers and manufacturers of garage door operators are doing a really good job of trying to solve that problem. I don't think that market has been fully embraced at all. And like technology, there's this theme of adoption that you go through in software or tech when you're creating something new. But I'm going to tell you, it's a hockey stick. Like, you'll have slow growth and then it's like boom. I mean, all you have to do is get stolen from one time on something that's really important to you, and then you're looking for solutions. And that's happening everywhere. So I think it's really important that we take that in consideration. I think we need to embrace it. I think we need to get content out. You need to be on social media talking about smart technology and all the different ways that you can use it, and it can save you pain and headache. And Amazon being able to just put a package in the garage. We can think of all the reasons why that would suck, right? We pull up, it's in the way, we got to get out, we got to move it. But in reality, like, here's the part, like, we don't have to talk about all that. And that might be a pain, but it's better than having to be on the phone with Amazon for an hour or trying to chat with them to get the issue resolved. I would rather spend 1 minute moving a package out of the way so I can pull in my garage than I would trying to get the package replaced. We've got better security in garages now than we've ever had with some of these devices. I think there's a challenge on, like, you got Ring camera, you got, I think there's a market for maybe one camera or one app for all automation. And there are some things out there like that. They're really expensive. But LiftMaster wants you in their app. And so I think there's this challenge where it's like, oh, we have Ring camera, and then we have the LiftMaster camera, and I gotta open up, each app for which one. It would be nice if we just had one. Sorry, guys, my phone's going off. I'm trying to shut it off. I also am being a tech nerd, and I own a Tesla. So in my head, I'm sitting here like, man, how does like driverless ride sharing and um, driverless cars affect the garage door industry over the long haul? I mean, are builders taking into consideration in metropolitan areas that maybe we can sell a house without a garage and these people can taxi to work or wherever they want to go for a fraction of the price of owning a car because you don't have a human in the driver's seat? So I did a little research, and it says that this growth will change travel behavior and parking, but it's a long arc. For the next decade, expect hybrid patterns, fewer daily car trips for some households. A garage utility rises as a secure access, delivery, and workshop space. So the use of the garage space is looking like it's going to shift in the near future. So we need to be planning for that. We need to be thinking about this. Waymo is, for those of you guys who don't know, it's a driverless taxi, is now public in LA, San Francisco, and Phoenix, and expanded in Austin via Uber. Some cities, and Uber's partnered with Waymo, so they're going to be rolling out these. Some cities are reducing parking minimums, nudging builders to rethink garage size, placement, and front door prominence. Households still have multiple vehicles, so don't over rotate. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. So we want to play bigger. We want to think bigger. If you're in a small, tiny market, maybe you think about expansion. Maybe you think about other products and services. But I'm going to tell you, like, that's been the one thing I've seen trap the most amount of people is they cap out in their market. So I'm going to give you a couple things here. Number one, own the top funnel with ROI. The number one ROI in remodeling, we don't promote that enough as dealers, and it shouldn't be 200% almost. 120%, maybe. But that 80%, that just tells me that we can almost double the price of our doors and still be effective in the marketplace. But that needs to be in every ad for anything garage door related. People need to know that if they buy a garage door, they're going to get their money back plus some. We need to talk about smart access, being able to give like different packages like good, better, best, and talk about cameras, apps, service plans. I love talking about memberships because you can take a spring call and turn it into a biannual PM with like opener firmware checks, safety test batteries, cleaning of the photo eyes, checking of the wires. I mean, there's so many little things that you could really focus on and really build value with that homeowner. You know, we talk about all these little things, but we're focused on a bunch of other stuff. It's hard to really focus on these things, but man, for the companies that do, they freaking crush it. And maybe you're understaffed and you can't focus on these things. I would start looking for ways to figure it out. If you're in residential, listen, I'm going to tell you, this year's been brutal for resi company only. I mean, I'm getting the phone calls from people all over the country looking for marketing services that work. It's hard. Commercial's been carrying us a little bit. We've seen a good uptick in commercial. There's been some changes in the fire door testing. You might want to look into that. And then I think pay attention to what PE is looking for. These private equity firms, what are they looking for? They're looking for successful businesses with good net profit. So we have a big enough market for garage doors that I think we can really do some special stuff. And their takeaways for today is, why are we giving away so much profit to homeowners who then can flip their house and almost double the cost of what they paid for the door? Because I don't want to leave that much on the table, especially when majority of garage door companies financials that I look at are under 10% net profit. Yeah, homeowners are walking away with double. We got to do better. We got to do better. And I love that homeowners get to capitalize on this, but man, we're working really hard. We're working really, really hard. Maybe you've hated Tommy Mello. Maybe you've hated me in my market, but maybe you should consider raising your prices so that you could be in line and not be killing yourself over small profits. And I'll end with that. Have a great day. Be blessed.